I can visibly say that it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit here in the San Gabriels. Another beautiful day, another busy morning. I did take my vehicle to get the new software package A B system, I guess, for brakes. Thought it would take 2 hours. It only took an hour. That was good. I was able to go to the gym before that and do some other little errands, including planting a rose bush. Taking out the rose bush that didn't quite make it out of the first tree or four and replanted a new rose bush. And I am chilling before I go to my next destination. My egg, these are not egg bites, are they? Yeah, egg bites. Well, yeah, these egg bites. Potato chive bake. Usually Starbucks have a time limit, but I was surprised that they didn't have a time limit on this, like between, or actually not between, before 11 a.m. So normally you can't buy a breakfast item when they're giving you the chance to get these points, but you got to do it before 11 a.m. But I was surprised this time they didn't have a time limit on any baked item for breakfast, that is, not baked, but breakfast. They didn't have a time limit. I was able to get a hot item way after, like 1:30 p.m. and apply it to my points. This was a test. I didn't want nothing big. I haven't ate nothing big yet today. But this was the ultimate test. It all depends on what they say in their descriptions. And speaking of description, I get tired of reading about news about different things, especially bankruptcies, and especially financial things, other kind of things. They really know how to use clickbait, or I am understanding directly what clickbait is in a way that the way they do it to get your attention for news is they say for instance, a restaurant finally going through some sort of trouble. They're going to throw off 11 stores. Or because of the shrimp, yeah, I'm using a lobster. Because of the shrimp, they're losing business. Like I know what I'm talking about. Of course I don't know what I'm talking about. But just the same, the clickbait itself, they don't tell you what it is. You read 6 or 7 paragraphs down to find out what store they're talking about. And finally they talk about all the other ones again. Just like I said, they talk about the shrimp again, they talk about this again, but I'm thinking it's going to be a whole new different store or market. And it's the same one. But then they might add one more there. But they spotlight in their advertising for you to read it, but they don't say who it is. Number one pizza chain is filing bankruptcy. Okay, what pizza chain? They don't even show you a picture until you get 6 or 7 paragraphs down and find out that it's, oh, I know that. Well, why didn't you tell me that in the beginning? I still would read it. But no, they have to tell you about all the other companies that went through bankruptcy, or people not showing up to eat food, or whatever. Then you see who it's about, where the location is. Very strange. I did put a little bit of sweetener in my coffee. Just chilling. Now let's talk about thumbnails, particularly my thumbnail. They talk about clickbait all the time. They talk about, is it really true about what you say after you show your advertised clickable subject? I'm saying it in a weird way. Is my thumbnail is really indicative of what you actually said about the subject that you're talking about? Now, I'm not good at making thumbnails. I'm very elementary. However, the thumbnail maker that they give me, I go through a bunch of them because a lot of them doesn't exactly tell the story that I want to share. Sometimes I think it's not true enough. But then again, when you use less words, then I guess that make it clickable and truthful. Because your thumbnail is supposed to have some truth in it. Of course, it's supposed to show you in a way because of the bright colors and how the people are portrayed on there, like it's deceptive. For instance, I do use the generator that comes with YouTube. I use all the AI tools that come with YouTube so that it won't be altered in any direction with somebody else. And that's the same thing with music, the same thing with descriptions, same thing with tags. But I try to be as close to the truth with my clickable thumbnail. Because I know I do not know how to make thumbnails to look very, very cartoonish. So I use the thumbnail that it gives me. And sometimes I feel that, I'm only doing what I think I'm supposed to do. But I really like my thumbnail, me, better than I do the other thumbnails, because the other thumbnails really is showing how phony it looks. But even though the message I'm trying to convey is not fake or phony, it's just that it's not showing my face. And I don't feel it's necessary to take too much time with a thumbnail. I shouldn't be taking like an hour just to make a thumbnail. I shouldn't be taking 10,000 pictures just to make one good thumbnail and then change all my scenes. I do that once in a while, but I try to get the first shot, second, at least 4 or 5 different types of shots before I even decide to even use the thumbnail. But then again, if I have a woman in a thumbnail and I'm a guy, I don't know how to change that. Well, if I have a guy in there and it should be me, I really don't know how to change that. So, I'm using whatever tools that they have on YouTube just to prove a point. Now, I can be redundant on a bunch of stuff that it doesn't make any sense. Because sometimes it's hard for me to explain things anyway. But the thumbnail probably is, to me, deceptive. But it is showcasing a particular person. As I see with all the other thumbnails, they show another person in there. And maybe they have someone else do the artwork for them, which is cool. But just like they always say, keep it simple, stupid. I don't mean that in a derogatory way either. Keep it simple. Make sure, to your best of your ability, that the thumbnail is leading to your description and what you're trying to convey. That's what a thumbnail is to me. And that is the clickbait that I try to use. Because I think it's all clickbait. Because they're baiting you in to read their article. But more than likely, you're going to read the article anyway. I think the clickbait part also is the title. So the title can be deceptive. The title is direct, even though the subject might not be in your description, but for 1 second. It could be another person. I remember they saying keep the titles short, but many people's titles are very long, and it seems like YouTube accepts the long titles. Otherwise, they all be saying the same thing. But then again, I do have Canva, and I have used Canva on or in many situations. I even done some thumbnails in record-breaking time on my cell phone. But sometimes there's still limitations there too, even if you use your laptop or a pad, or whatever you use, there's still limitations. And that's where the curiosity part comes in. Even though I've used it, I like the thumbnail generator for certain situations. Also, I use Canva for free. Right now, that's the only one that I use. But like I said, there are limitations. And I'm sure if I expanded my limitations to unlimited, I might have a different story to tell as far as Canva is concerned. However, my curiosity is what's spurring me on in a way to want to do something different. Because even though my stuff is simple, I like to be concise. I like to tell a true story in my thumbnails as much as I can. And my titles. I make up my own titles. I very rarely use AI or any of those other programs. But just the same, I think curiosity is the only thing that you can say about oneself when it comes to trying to make the best of what you can do with what you have. So I did finally make it to my destination, over my mother's house. I did a little bit of grocery shopping as much as I could. Just a few things here and there. It is a very hot day. So when I say chill, I mean exactly that because I do so many things in one day. But I did find out some more things when I was talking about clickbait and bankruptcies and all these other things that come about, including these spam stuff that keeps getting in my way every time I try to make a conversation to you all. Well, I did read that Big Lot is going to get rid of some more stores. Now, whether that's the same thing I've been talking about the whole time, it seems like they're talking about even more stores. But I decided not to go read too much into that because I think I've already reported that for the future when I talked about they was going to get rid of stores in such and such a month, and so they did. Also, Costco. I have been scanning my card in Costco. Of course, you can still bring a guest there, which I always did. I never let someone go with my card. That's always been a no-no as long as I can remember for years and years and years. Best to have your own card. But lately, I've been to Costco quite a few times to get a couple of things, not a lot. But you do scan your card now, and it does have your picture. It's the same old card. They did go up on the fees, but then again, they haven't done that, they said, in 7 years. So I think today, or either sometime today or this week, they finally went up on the price of membership. So that's no big deal. But anyway, I think it's time to go to the corner bakery. This is probably a video that probably I can probably cut up. This is probably a video that should nobody see. This is probably a video where I am just laid back and I'm actually starting over. I probably should have done this as my very first video years ago. So this is a video that I'm going to name, this is a video that I probably should erase. But this is also the type of video that should have been the first video that I ever made on YouTube. Because to me, it shows what I went through so many years, and I shouldn't be so tense or tight. But anyway, let's go to the corner bakery, liven this thing up. Well, I did go to corner bakery and I got the BOGO. So I got all these discounts. I said, I didn't want to do it for breakfast, so let me go BOGO. I got my vanilla sweet cream. I might got too much light, but I'm at my bowl now. So delicious. Got my keto. Is that upside down? Loves kettle cooked. And let me do something about this light. Maybe that helped a little bit. But I got the chicken Pomodoro sandwich. And since it was BOGO, didn't cost me much. Chicken Pomodoro. Chicken Pomodoro. I got 2 of them. One for me, and of course, one for my wife. chicken pomodoro. There it is. This could be my first time having chicken pomodoro. I think I had something like it before. Maybe it was turkey. But indeed, it's very good. Of course, the long forbidden words, and I forgot to say, long forbidden. Long forgotten words, bon appetit. This is a video that I probably should not show. The real effort that I put in on errand day for myself and for my loved ones. Just chilling, but I got to show the real deal. Everything ain't cookies and cream. But I do take care of business, and I try to do a video at the same time. This is Robin Shown. I'm going to end it with my vanilla sweet cream. Only about $14 for the BOGO. Buy one, get one free. Corner Bakery. Can't get no better than that for dinner time, dinner snack time, quality food when you need it, and not necessarily get ripped off. See you later, folks. I'll see you in my next video. The video that no one should see. The other side. The video that no one should even see. Talk to you later, folks. Have a great rest of your night or morning wherever you are.